Zach over here too weak to do his behind the scenes dance this week.
I feel like I'm about to fall asleep.
Right? So I guess we better get into it. Here we go. It's the Culture Smash Cast, episode 647 for April the 24th, 2024. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of the Culture Smash Cast. Nico?
Nicholas Falls, contributor to Culture Smash Cast.
Tina?
Tina Falls, contributor to Culture Smash Cast.
Zach boy.
I'm Zach. I'm falling asleep.
All right. Way to be consistent. How's everybody doing?
Pollen.
All right. Join us every Wednesday night live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Well, not Facebook anymore. I got to take that out. Around 6:15 CST. Follow us on your favorite platform and get engaged. We do watch the chat and interact if we see your comments. So join the conversation. Special thanks to Skinny Mixes for supporting Culture Smash Cast. Skinny Mixes are coffee and dessert syrups that are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and 0 to 2 carbs. Head on over to skinnymixes.com and try some of their delicious syrups, such as the white chocolate, salted dark chocolate, and salted caramel, and the variety of cocktail mixes they offer, including the margarita, which is my favorite. They also offer a variety of fruit flavor water infusions. Use promo code CultureSmash for a 15% discount on their order. If you spend $50 or more, free shipping is back on. So go get you some. They have something else new too, and if I was fully prepared, I'd tell you what it was. But just go look on their website. You'll see. It's some kind of dessert thing. I promise. It's probably good. Probably good. So what has everybody been up to? We didn't have a show last week because you guys, Evie was not doing well. And this boy over here was a little bitch.
Well, yeah.
Little bitch. I was sick.
Welcome to my world. And you still sound like not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Don't give it back to me, damn it.
No, it's dude, it is the pollen. I will
Yeah,
step outside and just start
It is
sneezing.
100% the tree, the
tree semen.
is, yeah.
Yeah, it is been crazy for the Middle Tennessee folks.
Well, and I think we're about to have the cicadas too, it looks like.
I can live with them.
Hey,
There's a lot of
funny
cicadas
enough,
coming.
I looked up the cicadas area of impact for both the broods. Guess where they're not popping up?
Where?
Kentucky?
Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, it looks like Nashville's on the lighter side of it too.
Yeah. You're still going to have trees that scream, but not as loud.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of enjoy when they're there because people around me get terrified and it's hilarious.
They're cute.
Well, I'm not going to say they're cute.
Okay, they're fun to play with.
The thing
okay.
is,
don't bite.
you have a dog who will chase anything, and cicadas are known, especially for their shells, to damage dogs' esophagi.
Yeah, that's problematic. For sure. But yeah, that's coming like next month or something?
Yeah.
That's not too far.
Far.
All right. Anything else interesting to report?
Watch
Since we
some
last...
Fallout.
Yeah, we're 3 episodes into Fallout.
We crawled out through some Fallout.
I'm 1 episode into Fallout.
I'm loving it.
I liked it. I'll tell you what my experience was because I haven't played the games like you. I was watching the first episode and I was liking it. I thought, okay, this is good. You know, pretty good production value, acting good. You know, it's fine. I wasn't like, oh my God, it's so good. Then the last 5 minutes of the first episode happens and I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Now I'm interested. All it took was the right actor to make an appearance and show how great he's going to be in this series. And I'm like, interested now. I just got to get back to it. Zach and I were talking about this in the pre-show, and the problem is when I settle down to watch TV, like a show or something, it's usually right before bed, and I don't feel like, you know, focusing. You know, like tonight, for example, what I will watch before bed is today's new episode of X-Men 97.
Yes.
That's what I'll put on. Because it's a cartoon. It's still a cartoon. It's great, but it's still just a cartoon, and I can let it play and chill. I don't have to think about it too much. But I feel like with Fallout, I'm going to want to be paying attention to a lot of the details because it looks very thoughtful in its production. So I really want to enjoy it. So I don't know. I'm going to get through it, but it's going to be slow. And it's not because it's not good. It's just because of my weird habit.
I've definitely come around more on the I don't like binge release model too, and because like they dropped all of the season at once, whereas like, X-Men '97, I'm getting an episode a week, and that's great because it's like
That's all you can manage.
half an hour, pretty much half an hour once a week. That's really easy to allot myself, and just trying to find the time to get through Fallout, even though like a lot of people have already finished the show because it's already out. It's like, well, I'm not as. It's harder to stay in the cultural zeitgeist at that point.
Yeah, I'm having to dodge spoilers because I don't have the time to binge watch a series like we used to. And it's going to be the same with Bridgerton season 3.
Yeah, you need to get better at watching stuff.
Well, it is an interesting discussion. Like I have this discussion with people all the time, and there's a whole generation of people now who have never had to fully experience a weekly schedule. They've been binging stuff for this entire time, and it's just so foreign. And the point is, and the problem we have now is the streaming services aren't making money, so they aren't doing enough shows to fill the void, because a weekly show is not a big deal if there's enough weekly shows that you have something every day to watch. But there's not that many good things out there that are worth the time. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 things. Now, one thing did start over the weekend that I was excited for and was not disappointed. And I think probably, Tina, you're the only one who might have watched it also. And I don't know if you did, but the Jinx Part 2
I haven't gotten a chance to watch it just yet, but I've heard excellent things about it.
Yeah, it starts off with a bang. And I keep telling Zach he needs to go watch Part 1 and then get ready for Part 2, because it's not your typical true crime thing, especially from the perspective of a documentary filmmaker. It's something real different. But yeah, the first episode aired. It's going to be weekly. So now I have X-Men weekly, and I have the Jinx. It's going to be weekly for 6 or 8 episodes. And yeah, so the schedule's starting to fill up, which is cool. Let's see. Anything else before we jump on into what we're doing this week?
Nope, let's hit it.
All right, box office from last weekend. Number 10 is The First Omen. It made $1.7 million. It's made $17.8 million so far. Number 9 is Monkey Man. It made $2.2 million. It's made $21.7 million so far. And I think this movie's already on digital. If you want to,
what?
Yeah, I think it's on VOD already.
Why?
I don't know, but I think I'm pretty sure I saw that. Number 8 is Doom Part 2. It made $2.9 million. It's made $276 million domestically. So
why the fuck is this?
I told you. Number 7, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire made $4.4 million. It's made $102.9, almost $103 million so far. Number 6 is Kung Fu Panda 4. Made $4.6 million. It's made $180 million so far. Opening new this week. Number 5, Spy X Family Code White. I don't know what this is.
It's an
anime. All right. $4.8 million.
Yeah, it's a movie spinoff of a series. So,
I mean, this has been a lucrative decision for these companies to. Because I mean, look at it. It's opened at number 5.
It's almost like if you put it in theaters, and it's an anime with a good fan base, they will show up.
Yeah, and they did. Number 4 is The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It made $8.9 million. I'm probably going to see this tomorrow. I'm hearing really mixed things. Some people really like it, and some people are like, not stupid. But it, that's to be expected. That also opened this weekend. Number 3 is Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. It made $9.5 million. So it made $171 million so far. Stop going to this movie, people. Stop giving them money to keep making this.
Don't stop. At least for another couple
no.
I hate how this has made more money than like
good stuff.
-1.
Yeah. Number 2, opening also last weekend, was Abigail. It made $10.2 million. I am also seeing this tomorrow. And I've heard mixed things. I've heard good. I've heard not good. It's interesting. Number 1 is Civil War. It made another $11.1 million. It's made $44.8 million so far, which seems like not enough money for the quality of this movie, but it is the biggest A24 film so far. So
ever.
It's what's their most expensive as far as box office. I don't know because Everything Ever All at Once made a lot of money.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up.
But no, it's their most expensive so far. So we'll see how it goes.
Everything Everywhere worldwide made 143.
But that was a lot of weeks.
But yeah, it was a lot of weeks plus Oscar.
Yeah, it got re-released, which might happen with this one. I don't know. If I'm a betting man, this movie only gets nominated for sound, and that's it. I can
it's on my list of best sound mix of the year.
Yeah, it's really good. You guys haven't seen this movie yet, right?
No, we honestly, I don't think we've seen, other than June, that's the only movie in the top 10 that we've seen so far. We've just been sick baby and then getting ready for packing, haven't been able to make it to theaters.
So right now, it's right there. It's a tie with another movie for my favorite of the year so far. Love Lies Bleeding, man, is a banger.
That is a really good movie. It's going to be hard to top it.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
Let's just get into it here.
What
controversial? Not controversial. Opinions on Civil War are pretty divided. No pun intended. Like, holy shit! It's either this movie fumbled the ball so hard it was insulting, or our opinion, which is holy shit great.
So we actually ran into someone who is a film critic, and we disagree as years go by. We disagree with this person more and more than we used to.
Yeah.
But he's still a knowledgeable person, and he stormed out after 20 minutes of the movie.
Why?
Yeah, and I think, and I tried to say to him, it's because it's not about what you wanted it to be about. And he's like, well, I don't care. Like, he thought he elevated this movie to a level of importance that it doesn't deserve to be in. It doesn't matter that it's, implying something that could happen here in an election year. It's not responsible for that. This movie is something different. And I think a lot of people are getting upset about that. They wanted it to be, a political movie. Most people, if I'm going to be completely blunt, wanted to see 2 hours of Trump bashing.
No, it is. This is,
but it's
not that film.
It's so much more interesting than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was going to be that too, but once I saw what it is, I was like, all right, this is something not what I expected. Still a very important message in this movie, but different. And everybody should see it. Everybody should see it. It's really good.
If you disagree with us, let us
feel
know.
Free to speak your mind. I love to have that discussion.
We'd love to have the discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But just don't say, well, it's apolitical, therefore I don't like it. Or they don't explain why the Civil War is happening. Therefore,
don't go too far into it because these guys haven't seen it yet.
They don't say it.
That said,
it's not important.
Well, I didn't know they didn't say that until I watched the movie.
Oh, I knew that.
I didn't.
Well, what?
Now you know.
Doesn't matter because it's not important to the story.
Anyway, go see the movie. You've got plenty of breathing room because there's only one movie opening this weekend, which I guess is kind of okay because there's so many things out right now. But it is a movie I'm interested to see. It is Challengers, and currently 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm very hyped for this movie.
This is the tennis one.
It is. Yeah, it's a Zendaya movie. It's from the director of Bones and All, a movie I really liked. So
Suspiria remake.
It's a Suspiria remake, which is also really good. So I'm interested. I'm hype.
Don't let me down.
Don't let me down, baby. All right, so we've got a bunch of movies to talk about, but before we do that, let's do a Film Ball recap.
All right. So for the regular game, in fifth place and probably where he's going to stay is Nathan with $154.9 million. I say that because Nathan has just one movie, Unsung Hero, which it's up there with like Ordinary Angels, and it's up there with what was that one that came out last year that everybody was like, go see this movie if you're a Christian. About the trafficking. Yeah, it's that kind of a film. So
Not me almost choking.
The fact that there's $46.3 million between him and fourth place, which is me, and I still have, I think, 1 week. No, I'm done. I am officially done.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see if Unsung Hero will garner $49 million in 4 weeks. So we'll see. But I'm fourth place with $201.3 million. Nico's slowly moving up. Third place, $223.9 million. Steven, he's only $7.5 million away from you in second place with $231.5. And then in first place with almost $100 million difference is Zach with $327 million.
This bitch right here.
Said, Zach, you have 2 weeks left of The Omen. Nico has 1 week of Godzilla and 3 weeks of Civil War. And Nathan just has Unsung Hero. So me and Steven are tapped out. We're done.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna call it now, and Zach, you're winner of the spring winter.
Yeah, there's no way
Hell yeah.
Nico can catch him.
Resurgence. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, All right, for the Tiki Talkies. In sixth place with $81.4 million is Steven. Hey,
Damn it. Damn it.
You only have Unsung Hero left, so I'm going to call that you're out.
Damn it.
In fifth place with $108.8 million is Jason. Jason does, let's see, nope, wrong way. Jason still has a little bit of Civil War money coming in, and the first Omen, so he can still move up a little bit. In fourth place is Dustin with $185.3 million. Dustin still has nothing. He's done. In third place is Chris with $206.1 million. Chris has a few more weeks of Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. In second place is Andrew with $231.2 million. Let's see. Andrew's done. He only had Dune Part 2.
Yeah, that's it.
But still, he got in second place with one movie.
He sure did.
And in first place with 290.7, and I'm also calling this right now, is Leo. Leo, let's see. Leo, what you got? Leo's also done. So yeah, the closest runner-up to Leo is Chris. And
Damn
he has
it.
1 week left of Godzilla vs. Kong. So calling that right now, Leo. Leo, you won. Congratulations, my dudes.
Man, you had 2 chances to win and you still lost.
Lost both
You
fucking
suck.
times. I do. Avocado Antics got to see an IMAX early screening of Challengers and loved it. Yeah.
Would you say it's worth seeing in IMAX?
I don't understand why you would see that movie in IMAX.
But that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I doubt it. Other than she mentioned to me that the soundtrack is a banger and it's going to be loud in there. So
The soundtrack. That's what she says.
yeah,
The soundtrack.
there it comes. She's typing. She says, "Yeah, the soundtrack's great." Zach, you would agree? Yeah, because there's some EDM and stuff in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when you do see it, make sure the auditorium you're going to is calibrated.
I told her, of course, she would like it because it's a bunch of.
Well, wait. What type of EDM are we talking
No,
about?
it's not.
What genre?
It's not like that. You got to go listen to it. It's on Spotify. The entire soundtrack's up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's up. You can go listen. Because I went and scrolled through it and I'm like, no. There's a couple 80s songs that are good, and then there's a good Springsteen song, and the rest of it's like, no, baby, no.
Oh, I gotta check it out now.
Hey, Steven, real quick before we get into the trailers.
Yeah.
So I was also looking up, because we're moving to Atlanta. There's a shit ton of like art house theaters that are within half an hour drive of our place.
Must be nice.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, there are. I've been to a couple. There are some nice art house theaters down there.
So I'm hoping we can actually see more than just what's coming to like the standard Regal AMC, which the closest theater is an AMC. So we're still maintaining our stubs.
The stubs, yeah. So that's awesome. If there's something coming down there that's not coming to Nashville, I have a place to stay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yo, this soundtrack is a Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Yeah.
It's hitting, boy.
I told you. Yep. All right. So we didn't do a script this week because CinemaCon was last week, and there was so many trailers, so many cool things coming out, or not cool things. We're about to find out. So we're going to dig through and just sort of give some reactions to what we see. Zach Jammin is taking me out.
Dude, it's so good, though. I'm like...
Well, get off the soundtrack because we're going to start.
Good.
I'm going to pull up the first trailer. So we're just going to dive into these. There's a few of these I haven't seen. I think there's a lot that Zach hasn't seen, and probably you guys too. So
yeah,
we're just going to jump in.
Do it.
Let's see.
Damn, I gotta go IMAX now just for this.
All right, so
hear this.
We're gonna start with this movie. This is interesting. There are two filmmakers with children. With their children are coming out with their own movies, and this is what I'm actually interested in because we know that David Cronenberg's son is great. We've seen 2 films from him that are both really good. Well, now his daughter's coming out with a movie this year. So we're going to check out the trailer for her movie called Humane.
Okay.
While we every day bear witness to the catastrophic ecological collapse that is plaguing our planet, we must not forget that this is, above all, a human crisis.
I am in favor of this government doing whatever it takes to win this war. It's not a war. Wars have opposing sides. Humanity is the opposing side. We are engaged in nothing less than a life and death struggle against our own extinction.
We are so happy you all joined us tonight for a family dinner.
What is going on?
We've decided to enlist.
What? Oh, shit.
She's gone.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. I will always love you.
Hi, I'm Bob.
It's them!
Oh, they're early.
You're not gonna like this, but we're here to collect 2 bodies.
I already told you Dawn left.
And that's unfortunate. But the rules are the same for everybody. Think about your lives. I'm sure one of you is gonna realize that it's not all that great.
I know we're family and all, but if Bob needs a second body, it's not going to be mine.
What are they still doing in the house?
You know, based on my experience in similar situations, I want to say, yeah, killing one another. You think I'm the bad guy, but I'm doing important work to save the planet.
We can get through this, but we have to stick together.
It's been a hell of a night, huh?
I have to say, I fucking love human be human interactions. Like I love like just watching people turn on each other. So I am all for this movie.
I'm pissed kind of our art house is not getting this. Toby is getting a wide release.
It's I don't think so.
Fuck.
I don't think so.
Looks like Zach, you guys might want to plan a trip to Atlanta.
Shit, we might. What the? Hang on a second. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Some stupid stuff is happening here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Zach.
Oh. Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. So it's all Steven. Steven being Snoopy.
Oh, is Steven losing audio or is something else going on?
No, he just said some stupid stuff was going on, and then you were like, hello. And I was like, hello.
Hi.
You guys keep talking. Go. Oh my God. Apple sucks.
Yeah, that's true. It's a true story.
It just like the stuff started playing and the stop button wouldn't work. It just kept going and going and going. Of course it's free. Oh my God.
Have you thought about thinking different?
I'm thinking different, all right. Holy crap. Yeah, it was playing and it was playing so loud I couldn't stop it. All right, so this doesn't feel like a Cronenberg movie to me.
No.
It's definitely
It's very different.
Yeah, it's not like his son is very much of that style.
Yeah, for sure.
This one is definitely a departure, and
this one feels more psychological than anything.
Well, it's also like it's definitely more of
as opposed to the body horror.
Yeah, but it's definitely more of a dark comedy, but not like a absurdist, like creeped out comedy. It's more like, oh, this is just it's going to be funny watching these people tear themselves apart.
Yeah.
It's probably, I suspect, going to have, some social commentary and stuff happening in it too, and I'm here for that. We've already had this same social commentary with Thanos.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks really good to me. Like that trailer gets me hype.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
It's funny though because it's got that same sort of house vibe of like Ready or Not.
Yeah,
I was thinking more of You're Next.
Yeah, but it's funnier than You're Next.
Yeah,
that's why Ready or Not. But yeah, it's that sort of technically not single location, but still single location. They're not out in the world. They're still like
it's an isolated environment. Because you can tell pretty early, especially in the trailer, how it feels like they're not allowed to leave. So you have like this isolated, enclosed environment that, aside from maybe like short glimpses of other characters or world building or whatnot being in other locations, it's all going to centralize in this one location over the period of, I'd say, a night, maybe a night and a day. So I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. I'm hyped. Like I don't know any of the actors. I just went and took a quick dive on IMDb to see if there's anybody that stood out. I don't know, but I'm here for it.
Gershell, the guy who plays Hiccup, is in the movie, and then
it looked like
the dad's familiar, but I'm misplacing the name right now.
It looked like the shaggy-haired guy. He looked familiar.
Yeah, and that's why I went and looked, is because some faces looked familiar to me.
Is he the one from Hereditary?
No.
Or is that somebody different?
That's somebody else.
I think it's just the curly hair and like the elongated face that's throwing me off.
All right. This is going to be a limited release, so wherever you're listening to this podcast, you need to go and check the listings because it's going to be a little bit hard to see. I think, if I remember correctly, it's going to Shudder after that.
Yeah, it's a Shudder.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because I have a Shudder subscription, but, some things you just want to see on a big screen.
Mm-hmm. It's actually a pretty high-quality movie for Shudder, though, I'm going to be honest. Most Shudder stuff. They've diluted their brand a bit with a bunch of shit movies.
No way. And also, the Shudder price went up like 20-some bucks year over year.
Yeah.
Like, some people are like, oh, no, $1 extra for Netflix. Dude, their yearly went up 20-some plus.
So what does it work out to a month now?
Like 75 for the year, so
Math
math.
sucks. Yeah. Anyway, while we think about that, this one's been out for a minute, but we didn't talk about it. We either missed it. Is it you or is it me?
That's me. Sorry.
All right. So we're going to talk about this one, and you guys may have seen it. Let's just share it here. Alien Romulus. Wait a minute. Let's bring it back, baby.
Run.
I just want Fede Alvarez to have another W.
I really want that as well.
I also just want another Alien franchise to have a W. We haven't had one since 87. Or was it 86? Was it 86 or 87?
I don't know.
We haven't had a good Alien film since fucking Aliens. And that's all I really kind of want. And it looks pretty good.
That how you got to say? Looks pretty good.
Okay, if I'm being real, it doesn't look like it's innovated whatsoever. It's the same ship. It's the same.
There's nothing in the trailer that goes, "Oh, this is something new or something interesting to the Alien franchise." Like, it's like an Alien movie.
So to be fair, it's an early trailer, and maybe they don't want to reveal that stuff.
I mean, it's a minute long.
But also, for me, like I get what you guys are saying. It doesn't look like it's innovating in the franchise, but to me, it also looks like the first movie since I don't know, since the second one, maybe arguably maybe the third one, that goes back to what made the first one so good. This one feels more like the haunted house in space that the first one was, and I'm here for it. It doesn't have to innovate; it just has to be good. And for me, there hasn't been a good Alien movie honestly, since the second one.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah,
like there's Aliens, and then a
shit ton of mediocriity,
heap of bad movies.
Yeah.
We're an abused housewife with this because we just keep coming back to this franchise.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we saw Prometheus.
Yeah.
We saw Alien Covenant.
Do you know there's a contingent of people right now, especially over on TikTok, that are trying to argue with me that Prometheus is better than I think it is?
Yeah, I've seen this for the past 10 plus years. It's bad.
It's not good.
I will not defend that film. It's bad.
The only argument I give for that film is put it on for the visuals and play some music in a party. Just let it play in the background.
Yeah. I don't know what I want out of the Alien franchise. I mean, I guess Return to Basics is right, but it's like I also have those films. I have Alien and Aliens, and I'm perfectly fine in those movies. I don't know. I guess if I had to pick something, I would rather have a quality. It's the same old again. Versus let's innovate. Let's air quote innovate and have Prometheus or have Alien vs. Covenant, or we could have Alien vs. Predator 3. I'm fine with that too. Let's just do that.
I mean, if I could just get this movie and not have anybody playing a flute in it,
let's have Alien.
I'll do the fingering.
Let's have Alien versus Jason X. I think that is the untapped market right there.
What about you, Tina? You haven't spoken on this movie.
I gave up on Alien after I saw the trailer for Prometheus.
Yeah. Alien versus Event Horizon. That would be cool.
But the trailer for Prometheus was like the shit.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a great trailer.
Tina didn't get fooled like you suckers did.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I got
I guess.
See. Okay. Wait. Prometheus did have one good thing outside of the visual.
Yeah.
3D was good.
Oh yeah, 3D was pretty good. Yeah. All right.
That's all I got, though.
Still a shit movie. I'll just play the opposite side against you guys. I like the look of this movie. I like the look of it. Like those shots running down the hallway they're beautiful. And I even like the look that they've set up for the exteriors of the ship in space. Just looks cool. Now, the big problem. And this literally, because I'm sticking to my fucking guns on this, is I'm hearing that there's some AI being used in this movie, some generative AI being used in this movie to recreate a dead character from the first film. And if
so it's Ash.
No, I don't think so. That's not the name I remember. It's a doctor, I think.
Ash.
Maybe.
I mean, it would make sense because he's a robot.
Yeah.
Ash is a goddamn robot.
Yeah. So,
Ian Holmes' character, but like
that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But like, why we gotta use this goddamn AI?
If that's true, because I have said this, I won't see it in the theater. I will not. I just won't do it. I hope it's not true. I mean, the fact is they've been able to do this not using AI before. I mean, they did it with bringing back Princess Leia, and that was creepy.
That's also Disney. That's Disney money.
Yeah, what they need to do, and this is what has worked, is you de-age.
Yeah.
And then you deep fake.
You know, what you need to do, and this is also actually worked before in the past, is cast a different actor.
Yeah. Or, hear me out, write a story that doesn't require you to do any of this.
Yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
I mean, you could just recast and be like, he's a goddamn robot because there are goddamn robots in this series.
Yeah.
We've had like Bishop, we've had Ash. I mean, well, it depends on your canon.
He doesn't even have to be the same robot.
It's a series.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not hard to do this, but
Blade Runner can do this.
I think it's the fucking nostalgia bomb that they're trying to like play on.
Oh, that takes me out of the film.
It does me too. And something else that I get taken out of a film, we're going to talk about it in a minute, but I guess I'm the only one who's kind of excited about this movie, though. It sounds like it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's fine.
I'm there.
That's fine. I could take it. I'm fine with it.
I'm there, man.
We'll talk about it after you see it. We'll see how right you are.
Unless I do see there's AI, then I won't be fucking seeing it.
That's true.
I'll see it. Fuck it.
All right. So here's one I know Zach's hyped for. He can't wait. You hyped for it, baby?
Yeah.
God damn it. I haven't seen this trailer either. I don't care.
In 5, 4, 3. Come on, Mike, slow down. We are late. My stomach, Mike. I need a ginger ale.
Get a ginger ale and nothing else.
Are those dogs fresh? Put them in yesterday. Give me one. Put some relish on that motherfucker.
Open the register.
Stay right there.
Is that Skittles on the counter, Marcus?
This ain't mine, Mike.
Yes, it is.
Shut the fuck up.
Marcus, get in the car.
He has a gun to my head.
Want to deal with him? You want to deal with me?
Sorry, sir, but I gotta go. Call 911. Aren't you the police? Hey, Reggie, did you eat my snacks?
No, sir.
You ate my snacks, didn't you? You need to get a job.
I'm a U.S. Marine, sir.
Well, then you need to deploy.
dead. Look.
We now have evidence that the late Captain Conrad Howard of Miami PD was working directly with drug cartels for years.
Captain Howard is being framed. What the hell? He's texting us from the other side. No, he's not, Marcus. If he's seeing this, I'm probably dead.
Fuck! Fuckers! Fuck them all! I don't know how high up this shit goes, but don't trust anybody. You're my bad boys. Now clear my name.
You should be careful. You're being set up, detectives.
We got 2 suspects, Lowry and Burnett. They're armed and dangerous.
In 5, 4, 3.
No! Windshield wiper fluid! It's flammable!
I ain't no damn scientist! Y'all are some terrible fucking fugitives.
I can feel like 80 rats in my memories. Me and Drizzy back to back is getting scary. Put some things all on your head like Jason Terry.
I need nasty mice. Bad boy. I got this. What you don't do?
Are y'all still in our clothes?
Just because we black, we still in your shit? What? Look at your shirt.
Why don't you sing us a little Reba song?
Reba.
Sing your favorite.
I'm a woman. So I'm a strong black woman.
Yeah, because she's not black.
Yes.
What you gonna do? What you gonna...
That ain't no Reba song.
It's from her mixtape.
That was terrible. I just have to say one thing. Can we all agree? They bungled the title.
Yeah, they did bungle the title. Everybody's been saying that.
Like, literally, it could have been Bad Boys 4 Life.
Mm-hmm.
Can we retitle the previous one?
Exactly. Everybody's saying that they blew it.
I don't give a shit about the Bad Boys series. In fact, I found them to be pretty bad.
I like the first one a lot.
The Bad Boys.
The first one was really good. It was a really good popcorny flick as well. But
I enjoyed the second one. I think the second one's good. I think a lot of people argue the second one's better than the first one.
I feel like 3, and from what I gathered in this trailer, they've lost their chemistry with each other, which was one of the best things about one.
Hey man, that's what happens when you don't keep your wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
You keep your wife's name out your fucking mouth, otherwise you get the slap, you know what I mean?
So I argue that this movie went into pre-production right after the Oscars.
Yes.
Because Will Smith needs this movie for a comeback. That said, like I said, I like the first 2 Bad Boys. I thought the third one was fine. I thought it was good enough. I had a good time with it for a single watch. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of shitty looking CGI in this trailer, though.
Yeah,
that gunshot was ridiculous.
Real bad. Yeah.
Well, there's this weird shot in there, and maybe I just need to rewatch it, on a higher def stream. But it looks like there's like markers on not Will Smith, Martin Lawrence's face. Like they put markers on it for the CG for like one shot. And I'm like,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, let me pull it back up on mine just to double check. But it literally looked like CGI markers that they forgot to edit out.
Man, that would be hilarious. But I feel like Hollywood is clumsy right now with stuff. It wouldn't surprise me. Like, especially with the AI things that are slipping through. The Civil War posters are awful.
That is unacceptable.
Yeah. You have a car with 3 doors on a poster you're releasing to the world for your most expensive movie of all time? That's weird to me. It's dumb.
Well, they got flamed.
They really did. And they didn't speak on it, which is bad. They have nothing to say. That's another side topic. But anyway, I guess, again, I'm the only one who's like, all right, I'll watch it.
It's like, it would be something if it was on like TNT in the background, I wouldn't like not watch it. It's
I'm not gonna.
nothing's like really selling me on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out and actively watch this movie in a theater, but if I find like Evie's on nap time, it's on streaming, I just don't have anything else to do, I might put it on.
I love it. Caveman Movies said like and subscribe. Heck yeah. And maybe part of it is I'm like, well, I've got to see 150 movies this year.
Your threshold for shitty movies is way lower right now.
Well, also, I look at this and I say to myself, well, it's better than Black Widow. That's how I started my year. So
you mean Madam Web?
Or Madam Web, yeah.
Better than Black Widow, but Black Widow is
better than Black Widow too, probably. I think maybe I would feel some hype because if we had Don Simpson back and it was a Bruckheimer Simpson production like the old one,
yeah,
I think I would feel at least the nostalgia in me would kick in and I would be like, all right, let's go. But I think Bruckheimer is producing this one though. But I mean, what is he like? 90? He's got to be up there.
A lot of stuff anyway. That doesn't mean he's like as hands on.
Yeah, and that's what I don't know.
Oh he's 80 years old.
I told you. I thought he was up there. So just because his name's on it doesn't mean he's like putting his thumbprint on it the way he used to. But with Simpson and Bruckheimer together, that's when you really had that very specific kind of thing that just was fun for the 90s. All right.
I'm still listening to this Challengers
That's fine.
soundtrack, and it is so good.
All right.
I'm just bopping over here.
All right. Let's see. What have we... Okay, let's do this one. I had to actually close some tabs because everything freaked out on me. So now I got to like type this in. Let's see.
This is my fucking jam.
I know it is. All right, so this one, I'm curious if you guys know anything about the origins of this movie. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up now.
This is my husband, Ben.
Patrick Feld. This is my wife, Kira.
This is Agnes.
Has some trouble communicating. You can be a bit.
Is this a remake?
Nice Vespa. Yeah, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
You should try.
Why are they remaking this?
I won't call the fun police if you don't.
Okay.
Io lo so che mi chiami anche da diversi fusi orari. Ieri siamo stati esagerati.
Back before I quit my practice. You're a lawyer. Doctor, listen, you have to come and visit. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah? Yeah. Done.
It's so quiet around here. Do you even have any neighbors?
Hey, you made it.
Welcome. Ta-da!
You are VIP guests.
Just to remind you, I'm a vegetarian.
Our gift to you.
That is so. I'm.
Louise, doctor's orders.
Very good.
Settle in. I promise you guys, it could be a great weekend.
How long's it been?
17 years.
17 years. Wow.
You get less for murder. Something's not right with him.
He has a condition. Makes it hard for him to communicate.
Sometimes it's okay to think things, but you can't actually say them. Oh no.
Thank God there's a doctor in the house.
I'm not a doctor. What?
But didn't you say you were a doctor?
Did I? Yeah. Look at their faces. Of course I'm a bloody doctor.
Agnes, why don't you and Aunt show us the dance that you've been working on? Aunt, what is wrong with you? Just feel the rhythm in your feet. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the one.
What is wrong with you? I want to pack up the car and I want to leave right now.
I'm just sad to see you go.
You're gonna go out there and be completely normal.
We've been pretending it's normal since we got here. Dad?
Remember that time you guys came to stay? You flipped out and tried to leave without saying goodbye?
Why do they show that much?
It's like shocking. The trailer. I feel like I watched the whole movie.
They showed so much. I know the original movie. What the fuck?
And this is what's fascinating to me, and I was wondering if anybody else knew it. I guess you did. This movie only came out 2 years ago?
Yeah.
It was a foreign film.
Oh, okay.
And now we already have a remake. It's crazy. Like, the turnaround is insane. It feels like a beat-for-beat remake of what's actually a really good movie.
A really brutal movie.
Yeah. I don't see this remake being as brutal. It's a Blumhouse, so I feel like I don't know.
If you wanted to really do it, you gotta do it R.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
because it's Blumhouse, yeah.
And that's one thing that I've noticed, especially with like American media, is they'll remake foreign horror, especially foreign horror, and tweak things to be more palatable to Americans, and it fucks it up.
Because it's cheap.
They cut out the edge.
The movie is most likely going to make its money back because it's probably not an expensive movie to make. They didn't have to spend a lot of time developing the plot because they had it already. They just had to tweak it and then cast it, film it, throw it in the theater, and
It's gonna be another One Missed Call, and I hate that because I loved One Missed Call, and then they brought it to America and it fucking sucked.
I will say,
James McAvoy looks fucking creepy. I will say that.
He looks creepy, and he still looks like as ripped as he did in Split and Glass. Like he looks like he's just kept up his workout regimen.
The Professor X is packing, yeah.
Which is kind of weird for this character. We know from experience though that he can be scary.
Yeah.
I mean he can do it. I just don't know how to feel about it. It's like my instinct is to say, well, why wouldn't you just watch the original? But a lot of people won't watch a foreign horror film. So I don't know. The thing that kills me is it does allude pretty heavily to some of the important beats in the story. I feel like
I mean, have you seen the original?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're like, what? Why the fuck are you telling?
Why
us?
are you showing me that?
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. I don't know. Blumhouse, man. I hate Blumhouse. I know if I go into the Blumhouse catalog, there's going to be some movies I can pick out that I like. But as a whole, I just hate that company.
But there's some movies that just make you angry, and the feeling of being that angry at a movie kind of overrides any like joy you get from one or two good films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like literally, I think you're 100% right on that because I know they have some movies that I actually like, but I couldn't call one right now because I'm so annoyed by this trailer.
Whiplash is technically Blumhouse.
Yeah, but does it have the Blumhouse logo in front of it? I don't remember.
I actually don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But yeah, I don't know. It just has a good cast. It could be good, but I feel like this is like the Castaway of movie trailers.
I will admit, I will watch 9 out of 10 times. I will watch anything James McAvoy is in because it is James McAvoy, and he is one of my hall passes. So.
Especially since
yeah.
Oh no, Avocado Antics says, "Oof, I love Blumhouse." Yeah, but
it's okay.
I want you to go on. Okay, you love Blumhouse? Go on Hulu and find all those Blumhouse movies that were just too good to go to theaters and made for $5 and then dumped on streaming. They're really great.
But you know, I tell her this before. You like baby's first horror movie, which is what I call, you know, Megan and Black Phone.
Wait, you said baby's first horror movie.
Yeah.
There's like 50 of those.
I know they've got a
all
lot
have
of
the Blumhouse logo on
I know
them.
they got a bunch of choices for baby's first horror movie, so you got a lot of choices.
God.
Avocado Antics goes, wow.
Yeah. Look, sometimes
Not the wow.
Fucking Avocado Antics, y'all.
Not the wow. Oh wait. Here we go.
Avocado.
the Black Phone is excellent. Yeah, the short story was. Oh, the movie? No.
The movie's all right. It's all right.
But is it excellent?
No, it's a 3 out of 5.
The short story was good.
I know.
You know, the 10-minute read.
All right, let me look and see what's next. Because of nonsense. Oh, this is an interesting one, and I know that Avocado Antics has seen this trailer. I don't think any of you guys have. So,
oh, don't get us started on the Babadook.
not the Babadook story. Go ahead, Tina. Go ahead.
Fuck the Babadook.
I actually
It's a movie like other normal movie.
I actually really like the Babadook. We were just improperly introduced to that movie.
I don't want to talk about it. You have to understand the setting.
Oh, okay. So now she wants to know. Tina, do you want to tell or you want me to?
So Nico hardly ever is able to call horror movies.
Oh, this is a different story. Okay, go ahead.
I don't
like 20 minutes into the movie, he's like, they're gonna keep it in their basement as a pet and feed it. And when it happens at the end of the movie, he is silent with rage. You can tell them the story because I can't remember.
Okay, here's the story.
God damn it.
Zach got to see this before all of us. Was it part of a 12 Hours of Terror? Yeah, it was part of a 12 Hours of Terror I didn't go to. And he came back to
first
report.
one I ever went to.
He came back to report to us that he has seen and experienced the scariest movie of all time. And it was terrifying. Remember? Terrifying.
And he's scared shitless. Okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Oh man, we all
2 months go by.
Time. And the next episode that we saw Zach, we were like, hey Zach, what part
about that drama? About that spooky drama.
You need a little nightlight?
You need a nightlight.
Do you need a warm milky bottle?
I like to think that 12 Hours of Terror, that train got fried and Nixon and the movie into his experience of the Babadook.
I, however, have come to love The Babadook as a great movie, and that director has gone on to do some bangers.
I will be honest. I have not watched it since our original viewing, so I'm 80% sure if I watched it now without the high expectations that Zachary Martin gave it, and hyped it up as scary as shit, I might enjoy it more. But there was just some points that I was laughing because I was feeling all the awkwardness. It was bad.
All right, so
he was so pissed.
All right, let's get to the next one.
In the chat, the Babadook creeped me the fuck out when I first saw it. I get you, Zach. What's crazy though is that director would do the Babadook what I think is a very good sort of thriller. Would go on to do
Nightingale.
The Nightingale, which is
that was a fantastic movie
and hardcore. It's like she's like, oh, this is hold my beer. This is my warm up. Now we're gonna really go crazy.
I still have times, especially when someone's crying in the middle of the night, of just that scene where the soldier is like, "Shut that baby up," and it just shakes me. That is such a horrifically beautiful movie.
For real. All right, we're gonna go to something a little bit more independent, but hopefully something we can all get behind because this has been pretty divisive. There we go.
You need to see Sinister, Steven.
I do.
You actually do.
Mom, I really want to go home. You're getting back.
How was your journey?
Very pleasant, thank you.
Good.
Gretchen, come say hi.
What's up?
I'm your neighbor. Haven't heard about you.
Why would you have heard about me?
How would you like to come work for me at the resort?
This happens sometimes.
You look like you don't belong here.
Why is there nobody working the reception after 10?
I want you to lock the doors and wait for me. I will come pick you up right now. If I were you, I wouldn't want to get hurt even more.
Why did you bring us here?
Your family belongs here.
That's a fucking weird way to put it.
You told the police that you were chased by a woman.
I think I'm crazy.
Nature is quite remarkable.
Oh, it feels so good.
We have to go. Some species need our help. I'm giving you the chance to be of great use in our quest for preservation. Consider yourself lucky.
You had me at Neon.
Literally, literally, you can ask Nico as soon as Neon popped up. I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Let's go.
Why do I feel like Neon is slowly taking up the position that A24 once had? Because I feel the same.
A24 wants to go more safe, and Neon's like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Like, how many trailers for Long Legs have you seen? 4?
A lot. Yeah.
And what's the film about?
I know. They're great.
Right.
Long Legs has some of the best trailers I've seen in years. This movie's got that Euro feel that I love. I'm like, holy shit. And of course, it's getting a lot of hype. It got a lot of hype in the festival circuit because of Hunter Schafer. But I am here for
And
this movie.
I am a sucker for like a very well put together time period piece. And this one, it definitely feels like it's of the time era that it's wanting to get across.
I don't know how wide the release is going to be for this one, but it looks so good. Like it's right up there with me as far as my anticipation level with Long Legs. Like right there.
Fuck yeah.
You've got Cuckoo, Long Legs, and Maxine. Man, it's going to be a hell of a summer.
Could you imagine a triple?
Oh, I would. Chef's kiss, baby. Chef's kiss.
We're in adult diaper.
Let's do it. What'd you say, Tina?
Was she?
Wear an adult diaper, because
that's fine. I'm down. This movie looks good. Hunter Schafer is such an amazing actress. Well, I just know her from the show, from like Euphoria or whatever. I don't know if I know her from other stuff, but yeah, I think it looks great. I'm like super hype.
I didn't see Avocado Antics comment about needing to watch Sinister, Steven. So when Zach said you still need to watch Sinister, I was like, oh, is this tied to the Sinister series?
Oh, that's funny.
So I was trying to like, is this like one of the families that like started or no? What? But yeah.
No, it's a hole in my horror movie catalog that I catch grief for on occasion because I still haven't seen it. And I know I need to handle that business.
Look, I'm not gonna I'm not going to be up here and be like, oh man, Sinister, just airtight, crazy good movie.
It's
not.
I really
It has its
fucking-
moments.
I really fucking love Sinister just because kids are creepy as fuck.
It has its moments that like it hits.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, as I anticipated, we are running over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more and then roll the rest that we have over into next week's episode.
Okay. Sounds good.
But we've got to do this one because it's the hotness, it's the talk right now. So we're going to do it. Let me just cue it up here. All right. I'm ready.
I have no idea if she was.
What's that?
Wasn't she in the Hunger Games too?
Oh, was she in like the new one?
Maybe.
She might have been in the new one. Maybe. I just thought that movie is so bland. I just wrote it off. You pulling it up to see?
Tigress.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess she was. But I mean, that movie's just like forgettable to me.
I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
Does that look like a set to you?
I don't know anything about saving
It's
worlds.
really cheap.
But you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man.
Like there's no dynamics to the image. It looks flat.
I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupter?
Even force bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! But I can't.
I just feel nothing.
The more I see trailers for it, the less hype I get.
Yeah, I just feel nothing.
Which is sad, because I was looking forward to this one.
I don't think it's a great trailer. I will say, because Steven made the comment, is like, this looks like a set. That whole alleyway shot is for one joke, because the one of the storefronts says Liefeld Feet Store.
Yeah,
and
but
Rob
it looks so
Liefeld being
cheap.
The co-creator of Deadpool,
And they made
famously
that joke.
is terrible at drawing feet, but they made that
They
joke
made
last
that
week.
joke last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over now. Like Ferris Bueller said, it's over. Go home with that joke.
I'm not turned off from the trailer, and it does look like Hugh Jackman is probably having a good time playing Wolverine again. And I did not need. I mean, like Logan was a great ending. Like there did not need to be any more Hugh Jackman Wolverine after Logan. But I feel like him having fun in the role.
And it's like now we have to catch up on Loki so that we're current with TVA standings, just so that we can go into this movie.
I am curious how much it is actually going, because the TVA, the organization of Loki, not the Tennessee Valley Authority, is one of the entities in this movie. And so, I don't know how much it's going to require Loki as homework, or are they going to cover enough of the basics in the movie that it doesn't matter? I hope the latter.
So the one thing that that kind of like stands out to me, I mean, there's a few things. That set is like, I've seen the trailer 3 times now, and it's so ugly. And I know it's there for a joke, but you know, you could go in a real place and paint that sign, you know.
CG the sign out.
Yeah. But I feel like the filmmakers are really desperate to make sure we understand that they didn't like soften this movie.
Yeah, the whole end, like, it was like, oh, Feige said, I'm like, don't.
Well, okay, but wait, I feel the opposite of that. That sequence feels the most legit Deadpool because they've kind of done that riff before. It's part of their shtick between those two characters. I think it's the most like real, organically Deadpool feeling part of the trailer. It's all the F-bombs that run through. Like, hearing Logan say an F-bomb is weird to me because he never did that before.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
That many times?
Not that many times.
Yeah, it was done one time for a joke, for an effect, like,
which was actually pretty great.
But you get my meaning. It feels out of place for his character, but and it could be that they stitched them all together for this trailer to make sure we know this is rated R. There's a lot of fucks in this trailer.
Yeah, I think that's entirely the case. Like, they really want you to know that Disney has not softened the franchise of Deadpool, so we need to show our bona fides.
Well, but I feel like they will soften the parts of it that I actually thought were the most funny. It's not the cursing. Like, the first Deadpool was so funny to me because it was so damn raunchy. I mean, is Deadpool going to pull a ring out of his butthole in this movie? No.
Happy Women's Day.
Yeah, Happy Women's Day.
Women's Appreciation Day.
It's a fucking blow pop out of my butthole. I mean, it's so childish, but also in the context of Deadpool is really funny. And the second movie even softened on all that. It was way softer. So I guess the reality of a third movie being even softer on that stuff shouldn't be surprising. But yeah, it's just like, weirdly, all the F-bombs turned me off in the trailer. I'm like, the only one that felt good from Logan was when he says, "Let's fucking go." Because I feel like you can kind of tell he's having fun there.
Yeah, and it speaks to like it speaks to like the progression of, or what we expect the progression of Deadpool and Wolverine's interaction and relationship to be like. Because at the beginning of the trailer, you can tell he's not feeling it. Here's this rando fuckwad who interrupts his sulking. And when you get that "let's fucking go," especially immediately after Deadpool says "let's fucking go," it feels like they've definitely bonded throughout the movie, that I think they're enticing people to go to the theater and see how they bond.
Well, the fascinating thing about this movie is I feel like it's not based on like a specific comic. Like Deadpool 2.
I mean, sorry.
Deadpool 2 is based on the strong comic book relationship of Deadpool and Cable. Like, they have because there was a Cable Deadpool comic that ran several issues that, like, those two characters have a bond that is able to be then adapted. This movie isn't adapting a Deadpool Wolverine bond. It's adapting a Ryan Reynolds Hugh Jackman bond.
Yeah.
And that's I'm very curious about what the end product is going to be, because it's entirely based on just these two guys wanting to bring these characters together in a film. And that's why I was like, I'm fine with Hugh Jackman having fun as Wolverine in this, because it's really just, they're getting to waste.
It's their buddy film.
Yeah,
it's their buddy film.
It's like they're getting to waste. We'll see how much of a waste it is, because if it actually makes money, but they're getting to spend Disney and Marvel's hard-earned money to just have a buddy movie together. And I just find that hilarious.
Giant Ant-Man corpse is
I think a giant Ant-Man corpse is hilarious.
That's from Old Man Logan comic, right?
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, going to adapt more of Old Man Wolverine or Old Man Logan than what Logan did. Like, Logan took so an old, washed-out Wolverine, but completely made its own plot basis on it. Whereas this one looks like, I think it's going to take a lot more of the plot elements from the actual comic. But still, it's just these two guys having fun, getting to make a $1 million blockbuster movie that is most likely going to make all of its money back.
And we know the fucking Mystic Arts people are going to be there because they're jumping through the portal at the end. So Wong is probably going to be, as the Sorcerer Supreme, the cameo.
What I am curious about is how much of this movie is going to set up more MCU stuff, because that's unfortunately a lot of the problem we're in with a lot of the MCU movies right now is every movie's setting up something else.
Yeah, you have to watch this in order to watch this.
And are they really going to try to extract important plot elements from Deadpool and Wolverine for further MCU movies?
Well, and see, that's...
They better make one of the 3 Spider-Mans by so that I can have my Deadpool Spidey love affair.
I was going to say, this is going to be the movie where they bring up the giant celestial in the Pacific Ocean.
Probably. But I feel like there's so much happening in this movie, because my feeling is they're going to use this movie for a soft reset for the MCU.
Yeah.
Because they're in a mess right now. No one likes, even people who like Marvel, no one likes where they are in their like bigger story, and they've got to fix it.
Yeah, it feels like going to a Marvel movie now is a chore as opposed to enjoyment.
I had a conversation earlier, and because talking with a friend of mine who is not a comic head, and so when they finished Endgame, they, I guess, at some level didn't understand that it's like, the Endgame, the story's over now, and they kept making stuff, and like, I understand why they're making stuff. The story's over, and they didn't. On some level, go like, oh yeah, comics don't. So of course the movies based on comics don't. They're just gonna keep making the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. And like the problem that post Endgame had is, you're right, the story is over. But when comic stories end, they go on to another story, and it really
that would be like saying at the end of High Plains Drifter, after everybody's dead.
Yeah.
You couldn't do any more. The characters that still live can still have more stories. That's just weird to me.
Well, I mean, I thought that too. It's like you only lost like 2 characters, like 3 if you count like the bad guys, but like 2 main characters. 3, okay.
3 if you count Cap as taking his step back.
All right. So, but I mean, you could argue Black Widow wasn't a main character at that point because she didn't have a movie yet at that point.
Yeah.
She didn't have a movie until after she died. So yeah, it's. I understand from, I guess, a non-comic head of like, oh yeah, Endgame, the story ended. What am I getting into next? And Marvel didn't have a plan. Like the Kane stuff didn't come out until like a couple of years after Endgame, and then that fell on its face.
Yeah.
So
and the whole multiversal story that they were working on just feels like it never like became important enough to matter, and it never got finished, and it turned into Kang. It everything got way too convoluted, and it became more about trying to figure that out than making good movies.
And it's like the few things that have done okay for Marvel, they haven't really delivered on since. Like, while Shang-Chi wasn't a big blockbuster, it was generally positively received by most.
Was it?
Comparatively to like Eternals.
Well, I guess if you set the bar low enough, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, one, it's a fresh property. It's not a sequel to an existing MCU character. People generally like Shang-Chi. Like the movie has problems, but at the time, at least, we were like, oh yeah, this is kind of a neat thing. The movie wasn't great, but we can do more with this character. And they haven't done anything with any of the Shang-Chi stuff. And
okay, so I've been seeing some potential things about that. Maybe that Shang-Chi will be in the new Avengers, that kind of thing.
earlier saying it's like, hey, it's in the works. It's in the works. They're really doing new Shang-Chi stuff. So yeah, but we haven't seen actual like boots on the ground, rubber on the road. Like here's like.
Okay, so but I want to circle it back to this trailer, because we could do a whole episode on the deconstructing the MCU because it's such a mess. But so this trailer is doing a few things. It's doing a buddy cop kind of thing between the two of them, which I think is great because they have that chemistry because they're legit friends, and I think that's cool. But it's also going to have to tell its own story, plus fix all this MCU stuff, and on top of that, you can already see the sheer number of fucking cameos that are going to be in this movie. In that one scene of Ant-Man's head, you've got every X-Men villain from the Fox universe all there. How is this thing? I feel like this thing could just implode in on itself.
Oh, listen, if you're wanting to make a movie that cleans up, or at least starts to clean up the mess that is the MCU right now, Deadpool's not the one to do it.
That's why I don't think it should be the one to do it. Like, and I don't know if I get that it will really try to clean up. I think it's just going to play with all the toys in the toy box, and just leave a mess on the floor afterwards. I don't think it's cleaning up.
Well, if it does that, that's a disaster in and of itself too, because it really should. If they're going to make it one of those movies, I mean, ultimately, what I would love for Deadpool is for it to be its own thing and stay the fuck away from everything else. But they're not going to do that.
I think it'll be best. I think it's what it will do is like it's the ending send off of the 20th Century Fox X-Men franchise. It's got to be no more Hugh Jackman, Logan, probably maybe even no more Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Like no more anything that was the 20th Century Fox X-Men. Like it has whatever X-Men.
But see, they've already shot themselves in the foot with that because at the end of Marvels.
Yeah, they did, and I don't know how much they're going to stick with that because Marvel's also bombed. So
yeah. And then on top of that, there's this pretty heavy rumor that Taylor Swift is doing some kind of cameo in this movie. And
Dazzler, I'd buy that. Yeah,
I would fully accept her as Dazzler.
That would be great. Yes.
I would fully accept her as Dazzler.
Well, but the problem is no one pays attention to the fact that this shit doesn't work. I mean, what was it? Game of Thrones ground to a fucking halt when what's his name was in it? Singer.
I did not have a problem with the cheering scene. I was okay with it.
I didn't know who he was, but as a viewer, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I mean, fine, if you really want to be on set or whatever, do the Daniel Craig and put on a Stormtrooper helmet and stand in the background and be on the set. But it's like, these kind of cameos just pull me out of a movie. It's like, oh,
because
great.
You're becoming closer and closer to like a Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer movie.
Yeah, it's like...
Everybody, look, it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You are right, Avocado Antics. Steven is not a Swiftie. With that being
actually, I think Taylor Swift is actually a really good person. I think she's a good and interesting person, but this is a mistake. And to think about if it comes to fruition that it's like 100% happening, I don't know if I'll go to the theater and see it because going to the theater with a bunch of Taylor Swift fans, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, Steven, if
will.
you're not going to the theater, then tell me what's coming out on physical media.
What a terrible transition.
You don't have a 2-year-old, almost 2-year-old.
Avocado says she's fucking amazing. All right. It's fine. All right. But if you do want to get something in physical media this week, you can get some things. Let's see. The Beekeeper's out in 4K. You want to spend your money on a mediocre movie, go for it. Justice League, A Crisis on Infinite Earth, Part 1 is out. I'll probably pick that up. The Departed is out in 4K. Let's see. There's a Departed Steelbook also. Drive Away Dolls is out in Blu-ray. Rolling Thunder is out in 4K. Goodbye Uncle Tom is out in 4K. Nostalgia. People have been asking me about this movie. I haven't seen it. So
Tchaikovsky.
Okay, so 4K. Lars von Trier's The Kingdom Trilogy, all out in the box set. Steel Magnolias is out in 4K. I Am Cuba is out in 4K. And Tormented is out on Blu-ray. That's your movies for this week. All right, they have a feisty child, and I have a feisty stomach because I'm starving. So thank you guys in the chat for chilling with us. Thanks everybody for listening later. And we'll see you all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Wait.
Bye, bye.
I didn't do the ending, and I'll have to go back and cut it from somewhere else. So let's do the ending.
Oh my god!
All right, Nico, where do we find you on the internet?
You can find me on most major social medias under Nico Stream. You can also go to nicholas.qual or nicholasqualls.com.
I'm leaving it. Okay, now Tina, where do we find you on the internet?
You can find me on most major social medias as Cheddar Popper, CHEDRPOPPR. Steven's trying to get me to 400 followers on TikTok so I can join some lives. So if you want
to go follow her on TikTok.
I'm just a worker. I don't post shit. So
damn it. All right, Zach.
Hmm?
You want to say where people can find you on the internet?
Oh,
you want to do that?
I knew. I was waiting for the lead in.
You like the entire thing. You can't go with the flow.
Zach, where can we find you?
Oh, okay, go for it.
You want to say it?
No, I've already done it now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zach, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, a Master of the Matrix 91. You can also find me on Steam as well as Discord as Discord as a dangerous mute lunatic.
Wow.
You don't have to listen to yourself in echo. I don't
not only are you incapable of going with the flow with the ad lib, you still blew your own script.
You guys are fucking idiots.
I'm hearing myself in echo. It's hard. Anyway.
All right. Go ahead.
You can always find me also
on
Letterboxd, Master Z91.
All right. Here's how you do it simply. Find me at all things OTS Movies, Letterboxd, and TikTok mostly, but also Instagram if you want to follow me on Instagram. It's Off the Shelf Movies, talking about movies just like this bullshit here, except I do it there every day. So we'll see everybody next week.
Bye, everybody.